Well, I pulled my little Suzuki 4x4 thing out of here because I'm going to be painting. I painted this side. You can see it's kind of like a dark color. And they didn't have enough vinyl coating on here. Then I got to do this side. I'm going out there right now and painting it. I'm going to pull this out because just in case it gets paint poured on it. I remember I got my new soft top, got some paint on it. So I thought it wasn't going to leak through here. It did though. But when you put some good 15-year solid stain over it, it'll make this tarp probably last, I don't know, freaking decades, as long as you just keep painting. As long as the UV light doesn't break it down, it'll just keep going and going. So this is the stuff I'm using, Flood, since 1841, wood care specialist. What's going on cloth. 5 years on decks, 15 years on fences. So give it a few years and probably have to do it again. But it's pretty thick stuff because it's been in a can a while too. And I'm gonna use a whole gallon. Just pour it on there, and you can see everywhere there's like a split. That's the tape. But when the stain touches the tape, it's gonna just dry and cause the tape to be stuck to the stain, which would be stuck to the, stuck to the freaking tarp. And the tarp right now, since it's, if you did this when it was new, it wouldn't work because it's too, it would be too shiny. But, as the tarp got older, it worked out a lot better because it's porous. So it sticks, I'm really glopping this shit on here. Even went up in here too, even though I did that before, just to go over that spot again. So it should be fairly watertight, and I don't care about it being 100% watertight. It's mainly to keep the main rain off of the vehicle and the sunlight too, because the sunlight breaks everything down, man. It's freaking crazy. And you don't think about sunlight being so damaging unless you're out in Florida or Arizona or something, but it is, man. It's pretty damaging. So anyway, this is well worth it because it's not only the cost involved, it's the time. Hell of a lot more time to change this tarp out. And I got a tarp on here for a reason because, as far as I know, actually, in the state of Florida, as long as you're not living in the structure, you can build a 20 by 50 barn. You can put 200 amp hour service in the freaking thing. You can put air conditioning in it. You can put plumbing in it. You can put a shower in it. You can put a toilet in there. You can put everything, a heating system, the whole 9 yards, as long as you don't live in it. As long as you don't live in it. So the reason I got this tarp thing was because I was trying to do temporary structure, but I could probably just put steel over this. That's probably what I'll do next time after this wears out. Steel, roofing steel, corrugated roofing steel, and then paint it with this stuff to match the fence, which should be fine. Okay, so this is just you can see the seam right here. Go right the hell over it. It's pretty easy to get at this roof though. That's what this freaking thing. So I'm just putting it on there heavy. It's probably only going to take a half a gallon, so that's good. And once this dries up, there might be some pinholes, but sure as hell ain't going to be no major rain leaks. And I'd expect the tarp not to get screwed up. You know what I might do, I was thinking too, just to be on the safe side, if I get another tarp, I'll put the aluminum roofing material between the tarps, so if somebody goes to inspect it or some shit, they'll see tarps. That's the way to do it, right? This way, then it'll really be watertight. So, but anyway, little maintenance goes a long freaking way, man. It's like not having oil versus having oil. What do you think is going to last? How the parts are going to last? So, I just think that these tarps probably, if you had this as a makeshift tent or something, there's probably some stuff you could put on it that's pretty flexible that you can keep painting it, and maybe it'll crack a little bit when you fold it up, but so what? You know, say you make a specialized tarp tent, do this to it, right? You know, and that'll be the way to waterproof it, because I don't know what the hell these tarp is made out of. It's polyester, or that's UV resistant, or is it nylon? If it's nylon, then the only thing that's keeping it from freaking rotting is the coating. And I have a tendency to think that it's a combination of a couple different things, actually. So that's the last spot right here. You can probably hear that stupid ice cream truck out in the distance. It's freaking weird noises. Yeah, that's a wrap, man. That's a wrap. Let me go over that one more time up there. That should be good. But UV breaks everything down. Look, I got a stick. I'm going to change out these ties and put the vinyl coated steel over that, because they keep breaking. Notice the black ties don't last that long in UV light. We're going to put another one over there. We're going to put a what do you call it on there? A vinyl coated steel wire, so that'll hold it up a lot longer. Galvanized wire, that is. Well, I put a galvanized wire which has green violet on it, so wrap that ain't gonna rust away. And then we got one on that side instead of those ties. So the roof's done, and you only used a half a gallon. So actually, you know what? If you're doing your own house, I can tell you one thing. I know when you put the the panels up on the roof before you put the the 30 weight tar paper and stuff like that, you really should paint it, to tell you the truth. And I think next time, if I ever do a complete roof down, tear down, I'm going to paint it with this stuff, as far as before, if you're doing the tar paper again. Or they got some other stuff. I actually used some other stuff. I actually used tar paper and something twice, then I put the roofing shingles on it. But if I ever do a tear down on a roof, I'm gonna paint it with this Flood 15-year stain. And if you ever get a leak or something like that, it's that much longer the wood will hold up too, and that much less repair you'll have to do. So that's another step too. Nobody does anything right, you know what I mean? I do. Well, that looks pretty solid. I don't see any pinholes even, so I see a couple pinholes on the other side where it didn't paint, but it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Probably should have painted both sides, but whatever. I don't think this side's gonna screw up royally, because it's just some pinholes, and it's really, yeah, it's good. It's good. And there's my tape. And yeah, well, that's gonna be pretty solid, pretty waterproof.